Today's project is getting this Honda 600 running. Right now I'm pumping up the tire because I got to push it up into my carport. Let's see what the motor looks like. Well, it needs a carburetor, so I got to build a carburetor before I can do this project. It's got the old style brake booster on it. Alright, first thing we want to do to see if it rotates, just get a 17, put it on the crank bolt. Yeah. You get a 17, you put on a, hey, it still rotates. So that's a good sign. So what I did was, I did a quick valve adjustment because a couple of these were too tight. And what I'm going to do now is add some oil because it hasn't run in how many years? I don't know. So I'm just going to lube some stuff here. I got to hook up the battery. Somebody, where's that cable? Oh yeah, I kind of buggered the cable together out of two different things. Maybe I'll go in and even get a new battery clamp because that one really beat the hell. So right now I'm going to show you how to do a compression test. So what you do is you take out both spark plugs and then you hold your throttle wide open and then crank the engine. Oddly, this car doesn't have a ignition switch in it, but they did leave the switch back, which is here. And all you need to operate this is a screwdriver. Alright. See what happens. Nothing happens. Does it have a starter? It's got a starter. The solenoid's not hooked up. Stick my hand down in here where the spiders are. And hook that wire up again. Don't forget to take your 17 off your crankshaft before you start the car. Right, now let's see what happens. What do we got? About maybe 90 psi. Alright, let's check the right side. And while we're checking the right side, I've squirted oil, engine oil, in through the spark plug on the left side to see if we can get the compression to raise up a little bit. Oh wow, that one's like 145. That's the right side's really good. Left side, not so good. All right, so I'm gonna pull this out and then squirt oil on this side, just because when I try to start it, I don't want it being so dry as it is. It's been sitting there. This is the left side again. What do we got now? Well, 105 maybe? Yeah, maybe 110. Alright, sandblasted my spark plugs. And then I washed them out with water and blew them out with air. This is the end. There's a fuel filter that goes before it. And some people try to take the fuel filter off before they take out the fuel pump, and it breaks the nipple off. Alright. Put on the carburetor and the coil off my other car. My little red car that's got no top on it. Now I notice the points are all dirty. There's no way it'll run like that, so I got my 400 grit and I'm gonna clean the points. Yeah, that's better. That should run. Got a huge pit in the middle. And this wire here, I don't know if we can see that. Let's see. That was all bare. That needs to be replaced. And then you want to clean out the points After that, get the grit out. And if I was really excited about it, I'd actually gap the points. Alright, so I checked, there is point gap. And what I have here is I have the carburetor that was on my red car. I have the coil that was on my red car, kind of loosely installed, and my fuel pump that was on my red car, also loosely installed. And this is the emergency hose that goes through the carburetor, and this is the emergency fuel line that goes from this gas can down here to the fuel pump. No filter. And now we're going to turn it on and see if it pumps up. Alright, it's pumping up. Let's see, it'll fire. It's a no. I put the bracket on that goes to this carburetor, and I hooked up the choke cable, and the choke works. So it goes try to start it again. Let's see if we got spark at the points. That's an important one. Spark at the points. Need a paper clip or a little screwdriver, anything metallic that we can jam in there. Let's see what happens. Seems dead. Huh. Well, the coil's plugged in, the points are plugged in. It wasn't turned on all the way, I don't think. Let's see. Ah, there it is. You can see the spark right there. We'll do a little bit more tuning, I think it'll run. Alright, what did I just do? I just hooked up the throttle cable. Some people call me up and they go, hey, my car won't idle down. Well, it's because your cable's too tight. You gotta have some play in it, probably even more than this. But you gotta have something in here. If it's too tight, that screw's not gonna do anything for you. Sprays oil in your hand. Don't take it off all the way, it'll make a real mess if it's really working. I don't want it to run too long because my fuel lines are laying on the exhaust. And you know what's going to happen there, it's going to start a fire. So anyway, sounds great actually. If I get it to idle down a little bit, we could really hear it. It does idle at about 4,000 RPM. And of course I keep losing my screwdriver. Here it is. Let's see if I can get it to, oh yeah, it wouldn't idle down, so that must be really too tight. There. Now I started again without the fuel lines laying on the exhaust, and see how it runs. Pretty good right there. Probably about 1,200. Maybe a little bit more. okay though. Makes it really quiet when you plug up the breather. That's with roll rotten points and roll rotten condenser and roll rotten wire and rust on your cam lobe. But the carburetor is clean. And the other reason this engine looks kind of funny is that's a coupe cam box lid, but it doesn't have the tack drive, which goes here, and it's got the old style exhaust that has the clutch cover with the two studs that go through the clutch cover, and looks like somebody welded this one together because usually they leak right there. And let's see, this is a 70 or 71. Doesn't have any chrome trim. Let's see what the sight is here. 5 of 70, but it's still a 70. It's got the old style door panels.